What is going on, fellas? It's your boy On The Money MMA coming back at you, actually coming at you for the first time with my UFC 315 breakdown and predictions for Belal Muhammad and Jack Della Maddalena and many other fights on the card, of which I do have several strong opinions. Maybe, actually, probably only based on the main event, but we'll get into the rest of them. Alrighty. Starting off with Brad Katona versus Bekzat Almakhan. Bekzat Almakhan had that fight with Umar Nurmagomedov where he got held down and dominated for a lot of the fight, but he did score a knockdown. I do see a problem because Brad Katona, he's a decent grappler. He had that fight. He had a good grappling. I don't know. He had a decent fight with Garrett Armfield, I think last. Maybe fought Brady Hiestand or something. I kind of group all those guys together. But one important thing is that he did choke out Bryce Mitchell on The Ultimate Fighter. Bryce Mitchell's stock has gone down since the Gene Silva loss, but obviously that's still a great win. So I could see Bekzat Almakhan getting held down, but I think that his age, his athleticism, and his power will him to a victory against Brad Katona, who is basically just an old vet who's short for bantamweight with a really short reach, and basically his only chances in the wrestling. So I think Bekzat will be able to somewhat defend his takedowns, and I don't have any basis for Bekzat having good jiu-jitsu scrambles or anything, but I think he'll be I think he will be athletic enough to defend the takedowns from Brad Katona and get up and hurt him on the feet. Brad Katona is just an old Ultimate Fighter guy. Really hasn't had the best career, so yeah, Bekzat Almakhan I'll probably take him by second round KO. That's what I'll be entering on my Topology predictions, of which I do have a 58% prediction rate this year, so I'm about a coin flip. I'm at a coin flip. All right, moving up the card, Daniel Santos versus Jeongyeong Lee. I'm not going to lie, I've never seen Jeongyeong Lee fight before. He might be a road to UFC guy. I think he is a road to UFC guy. There's no specific characteristics of his appearance that I'm basing that on, but I would be willing to guess that he is a road to the UFC guy, and road to the UFC guys don't often pan out. I mean, Racer is good. There's a couple good ones, but usually once they get to a decent level of competition in the UFC, they don't have as much success because they are not exactly getting into the UFC on the most valid credentials. They kind of have an extra helping hand over there in Asia, but I'm not going to talk about that too much. Daniel Santos, featherweight Charles Oliveira, he's a good guy. He stands and he bangs, and he stands and he bangs. I don't even know how Jeongyeong Lee fights, so Daniel Santos, he's the guy I know more. I'll probably take him by second round TKO. Is this shit recording? Daniel Santos, fuck man, he's good. He's got the shorter reach. He's a little bit shorter. I don't know. Jeongyeong Lee, I've never seen him fight before. Like I've said multiple times already. I don't know why I keep saying it, but I don't know. Maybe he'll take him down and ground and pound him. I don't know, to be completely honest. I think Daniel Santos has more finishing potential. He did fuck with my boy Davey Grant when he pulled out. He freaking missed weight, I think, a couple weeks ago, so I'm a little angry at him, but I probably will pick him to win this fight by either late round TKO or decision. Moving on up the card, we have Bruno Silva versus Marc Andre-Barriault. Marc Andre-Barriault, obviously in his last fight, got slept out cold by Joe Body Bags. Keep your Joe Body Bags. Don't shoplift around the Sky Piper. Don't resist arrest around the Sky Piper. Marc Andre-Barriault resisted arrest and he paid for it. He got slept out cold on UFC 303, I think, and Bruno Silva's last fight, I think was the double eye poke to Weidman, which is definitely a predicament with the... They just let him get away with it. That was kind of fucked up, but you know what? It is what it is. I will probably... See, who even fucking knows who's gonna win this fight, dude? It's just... I mean, it's either Bruno Silva cockroaches his way to a decision or Barriault knocks him out, probably. I don't know. Who fucking cares who wins Marc Andre-Barriault versus Bruno Silva, dude? Neither of these guys are gonna be good in the middleweight division. Fuck. Who is more washed? Is Bruno Silva more washed? He got 1-2 eye poked by Chris Weidman. Barriault got knocked out by Pfeiffer. Honestly, I think that means that Bruno Silva is a little more washed than Barriault is, so I'd probably take Barriault. I know I've been throwing up TKO or decision. I'll probably go Marc Andre-Barriault decision because I think Bruno Silva has a good chin. Like, he obviously had that good fight with Alex Pereira I don't know what year that was, 2021 maybe. It was like the first phase Reebok shorts kind of fight. I'll take Barriault by decision. Moving on up the card. Okay, a better fight here. We got Ivan Erslan. I am not going to lie to you. I have never seen this guy fight. I will not lie to you. He's reminding a little bit of Ibo Aslan based just on the name, and I know Ibo Aslan is a bit of a thumper. He's a bit of a smooth brain thumper. He actually got out autismed by fucking Ion Cutelaba, who I think fights up this card. I could be wrong. Maybe he fights next week or something. Actually, I don't know. That's like a Macy Barber card. So either way, Navajo Stirling, he had a decent fight against Tuco Tokos. He looked good. I liked his boxing combination. That's one thing I like about Navajo Stirling. He was lighting Tuco Tokos up in moments, but bro, if you're really going to be a top level, he's got a good build, dude. He's got a 79-inch reach. He's 6'4". He's got good fundamentals. I just don't like a really close fight with fucking Tuco Tokos, bro. Tuco Tokos, I could go in there, bro. I'm like 170 pounds. I could probably TKO Tuco Tokos, bro. I'd TKO him with leg kicks or something, bro. So, Tuco Tokos, absolute bomb. Ivan Erslan, he's probably just as much of a bum, if not more. No, probably less. He doesn't look as fat. So, I'm going to take Navajo Stirling by decision or TKO based on body shots. I don't really see wrestling being an issue unless this guy, Ivan Erslan, is some kind of Eurasian wrestling prospect, which I don't know. I didn't do any research, so I'd probably take Navajo Stirling, just getting it done on the feet based on athleticism and size and power. And he's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool looking guy. He's got a good physique for light heavyweight, definitely. He looks like a lean light heavyweight, so we'll probably make it a little further than Ivan Erslan in the light heavyweight division. Yeah, Navajo Stirling by round 2 TKO. Round 2 TKO. Moving on up the card. Oh, there we are. Ion Cutelaba takes on Modestas Bukauskas. Modestas Bukauskas slept that one guy that... dude, who else did? The guy that got slept by Modestas Bukauskas get slept by as well. Was it also Ibo? It was also Ibo Aslan, wasn't it? And I think Modestas did it better than he did. So, I mean, Ion Cutelaba, he kind of willed himself to victory in that last fight. He's not very good. He's alright. He's a big thumper. He thumps and he pulled out a crafty arm triangle against Ibo Aslan, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't rate Ibo Aslan at all. I'd probably take Modestas Bukauskas over Ibo Aslan, and I'm going to take him over Ion Cutelaba by... who knows? Maybe Ion Cutelaba's cleaned up his game a little. Maybe he'll be a little more clean on the ground, something like that. But honestly, maybe he punishes for being in a grappling exchange with Modestas Bukauskas. They get up on the feet, and Modestas thumps him over the head. He trains with Tom Aspinall, so maybe it'll rub off on him. Maybe it will rub off on him. I don't know. I'm speaking like that. I'm slurring my fucking words, but I will take Modestas Bukauskas by decision. I think that I don't think he'll KO Ion Cutelaba, even though Ion Cutelaba is a bit of a wild guy. I think he definitely has KO power, Modestas does, but I think Ion Cutelaba will survive on the feet and the ground with him, so I think it'll go to decision, and that'll favor Modestas Bukauskas. Ion Cutelaba, though, big thumper. He could thump Modestas over the head, but who knows? I don't think he'll get it done. Modestas Bukauskas by decision.
Moving up the card, man, we got Jessica, the bodybuilder Andrade versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. You know,
I'd like to make an 8-hour, 30-minute breakdown on this. Probably breakdown who's gonna have the leg kick advantage, who's gonna have the advantage on the ground. But I'd probably take a coin. I'm gonna take a coin. I'm gonna flip it. And I'm gonna choose Jasmine Jasudavicius by decision. I will be taking a bathroom break during this fight, even though Jessica Andrade is pretty cool. And if I'm playing UFC 5 and it's ranked and women's flyweight comes up, I will use Jessica Andrade, unless she's a strawweight. Nope, it's flyweight. I just looked at the thing. So I'll take Jasmine Jasudavicius. She seems like she's better. I don't care. Moving up the fight, moving up the card, Mike Malott takes on, say it again, Charles Radtke. Fuck, man. How you get TKO'd by Neil Magny? How you get TKO'd by Neil Magny in 2024, dude? Me, Protest, and Michael Morales are washing that guy. We washed Neil Magny in 2024, and Mike Malott, that's just a terrible loss, man. He gassed out. He's a bit of a clean man. He's a bit of a clean man decision guy. I think Charles Radtke will thump him out. Oh, he is taller. He is a couple inches taller than Charles Radtke, but I think Charles Radtke has gotten a little undersold because of the Carlos Prates performance. I think Carlos Prates is just a bad stylistic matchup for him. I think I'll take Charles Radtke by round 2 or 3 KO. I think he's got the power, and I think he will say it again on the mic after the fight in the post-fight interview. I just don't like Mike Malott. He's a bit of a clean guy, like I said. He's clean. He likes to get in there and he likes to get out. He's got good ground and pound, but I think he'll end up getting thumped over the head by Charles Radtke, or maybe a body shot or something. Radtke's got decent boxing, and he's got good wrestling pressure from what I've seen. He trains with Bilal, so he's got to have something like that. So I'll take Radtke by round 2 or 3 TKO. Moving on up the card,
Benoit Saint Denis.
If it'll let me. Oh, I gotta. What the fuck? Yeah, it won't let me click it. Oh, it'll let me click. Bro, what the fuck is the UFC website doing, dude? It's Benoit Saint Denis takes on Kyle Prepolec. Let me just 18-8, dude. You got fucking 18-8 Kyle Prepolec to come fight Benoit Saint Denis on UFC 315 main card, bro. You can't get a ranked fighter to come fight Benoit Saint Denis on this card, man. His last fight was Austin fucking Hubbard in 2019. Did he even win that fight? I guess it was a draw. It didn't give either of them the win, but his last fight is against the Cutelaba guy, and he fucking lost, dude. He lost. I wanted to see Joe Alvarez versus Benoit Saint Denis because I think Benoit Saint Denis would lose that fight, and we'd get a new prospect in Joe Alvarez. But instead, we're getting fucking Kyle Prepolec. Kyle Prepolec taking on Benoit Saint Denis. He's gonna get his fucking ass kicked. He's gonna get his ass handed to him, dude. This guy. Oh my goodness, dude. I'm not even faking outrage here. Who the fuck is this dude? His last fight was 6 years ago, man. This dude's from the Reebok era. And he lost. Not even against good fighters, dude. And I'm sorry, did I see a minus? Did I see a... Now it's all fucking weird. Dude, I see a plus 150 for Benoit Saint-Denis, and he's the underdog? Is this messed up? Am I bugging here? Is he an underdog to this bum? Benoit Saint-Denis is gonna send this dude to the fucking Shadow Realm on the feet and on the ground. That's bullshit. Get a ranked fighter, dude. This is a main card of a fucking pay-per-view. You're pissing me off. You're pissing me off. You're gonna be in trouble. You pissed off the wrong guy. But either way, Benoit Saint-Denis, I'm probably gonna go with a first round TKO on the ground, dude. This dude is gonna have nothing on Benoit Saint-Denis. Obviously, Benoit Saint-Denis, he's had his struggles in his last couple fights, but this guy has had struggles in his last couple fights, and they've been against worse competition 6 fucking years ago. So I'll take Benoit Saint-Denis by first round TKO. That's really pissing me off right now. I don't know what the UFC is doing, giving him Kyle Prepolec, dude. Kyle Prepolec. No one's ever heard of this guy. I've never heard of this guy. I consider myself a pretty avid fan of the sport. Not 6 years ago though, dude. I don't even know who the fuck this is. So I'm gonna take Benoit Saint-Denis by first round TKO, violating Kyle Prepolec. This guy doesn't look like he doesn't hold a candle. This dude's last fight is since... Oh my god, dude. Andre-Barriault was getting wins when this dude fought last. Oh my fucking god. Who is that? Alright, either way. Benoit Saint-Denis by first round TKO. Moving up the card.
Alexa Grasso takes on Natalia Silva.
I think... Man, I'm pretty interested in this one, man. I want to see who has the better jab. I want to see who's got the better leg kicks. I want to see who's got the longer reach. Grasso has a longer reach. I'm probably going to pick Grasso by submission TKO. Alright, up next we've got Ariel Helwan. Jesus Christ. Alrighty. Jose Aldo versus Aiemman Zahabi. Best bantamweight in the world. Aiemman Zahabi. He looks like he's got a bit of an ape physique. He looks like a bit of a primate in this picture, but regardless, I'm gonna take Jose Aldo to completely outskill this guy. I mean, he beat Javid Basharat, but we know Javid Basharat got his soul taken by Ricky Simone on UFC Seattle, where Jose Aldo was supposed to fight. I think I'm being led astray. No, that was Dominic Cruz. Okay, that was Dominic Cruz. But regardless, I think Jose Aldo's just gonna have the speed, the skill. I don't see Aiemman Zahabi being athletic enough or competitive enough on the feet with Jose Aldo to close the distance and hold him up against the fence, which is the game plan to beat Aldo nowadays, because he stands there up against the fence like a flamingo, just waiting for the round to end. So I probably would take Jose Aldo to completely school Ariel Helwan, Aiemman Zahabi. I'm going to take him to school him by 30-27 decision. I don't think... he could TKO him. Jose Aldo might TKO him in the second round or something. But honestly, Aiemman Zahabi here, I think he'll be at least... I think he'll survive. No, I don't know, dude. He's not even... He's definitely not as good as Mario Bautista is. He might be on the level of... what's his name, dude? What's his name? Jonathan Martinez. And Aldo schooled Jonathan Martinez. He's busted him up in the third round. I think he nearly finished him. So actually, I'd probably take Jose Aldo by round 2 TKO. Round 2 TKO. That sounds about right. Round 2 TKO. Yep. Okay. Yep. That's what we'll go with. Jose Aldo round 2 TKO.
Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot. Manon Fiorot. She beat the boogeyman, Aaron Blanchfield.
How is Aaron Blanchfield losing these top level fights and still getting Apex main events, dude? No one wants to watch those fucking fights. But regardless, Manon Fiorot, she's tall, she's kind of rangy, she's got a shorter range than Shevchenko, bro. I think Shevchenko will just win. I don't really care who wins this fight. I hate to be the WMMA hater here, but nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares. I'll probably take Valentina Shevchenko by decision. It'll be a decision. I'll bet you that. So I don't know why I said I'll bet you that so many times. Bit of jitters, I guess, but I'll take Shevchenko by decision. Yep, by decision. Okay, moving up the card. Ooh, a great fight we have here. Belal Muhammad takes on Jack Della Maddalena for the welterweight title. I am going to preface this long statement I'm about to make about Jack Della Maddalena by saying I am picking Jack Della Maddalena by TKO. Particularly, I could see a cut stoppage around the 4th round. I told that to my boy Anchor MMA. I don't know if you've seen the DM, but mark it, write it down. Jack Della Maddalena, 4th round TKO stoppage, and I will say that, and I will use that as my preface for saying Belal Muhammad in this fight has no finishing potential. He has no threat for Jack Della Maddalena. He has never proven to be a significant submission threat, even against lower levels of competition or grounded pound threat. In the Leon Edwards fight, also talking about specifically Leon Edwards reversed all this guy's positions. He took his back for a round. He landed nasty ground and pound, nearly finishing Belal in the 5th round. You could debate whether he was nearly finished or not. Either way, he was cutting him open. He had dominant position. I think Jack Della Maddalena is going to have the better takedown defense, the better jiu-jitsu scrambling, and the more vicious ground and pound when he reverses Belal's positions on the ground, because I think he's a better jiu-jitsu guy. He's working with Craig Jones. He's got better jiu-jitsu scrambles. He's got better reversals than Leon Edwards. He's stronger. I'd say he is probably, I don't know if he's athletic because Leon Edwards has that athletic waist. Ask Mario Rios about that. But Jack Della Maddalena, he's a strong guy. He has great jiu-jitsu scrambles. Even at that Gilbert Burns fight, which he was winning the 1st round and most of the 3rd round, before he TKO'd Gilbert Burns, he didn't get dominated in the grappling. Even Gilbert, who is more prone, maybe Belal goes for submissions and he goes for ground and pound, but he has no success with it because he has good control, is what I'm saying. He's not as avid in the other areas of grappling. So I think Gilbert Burns is a guy who's more, I don't know if I can say that after the Jack Della Maddalena fight with Gilbert Burns, but I think Gilbert Burns, he's a bit, maybe I'm saying that wrong, but I think Jack is going to have more success than Leon Edwards did reversing positions, more success obviously on the feet, inside, punishing Belal up close. When Belal's on that pressure, Jack Della Maddalena will be right up in his face on that pressure as well, because Jack has a great, calm, patient pressure that is going to tire out Belal Muhammad whether he likes it or not, because as the fight goes on and Belal Muhammad shoots takedowns, he's not going to be able, even though he has great cardio and that's probably his strongest weapon, he's not going to be able to maintain it throughout the entire fight when Jack is busting him up with short uppercuts and boxing him in the pocket and punching him to the body. Nice body hooks. Jack Della Maddalena has great body hooks. One of the best boxers in the UFC. I see people posting online talking about Jack Della Maddalena being a mid boxer, and it's just completely untrue. And regardless, we're in an MMA fight. Jack Della Maddalena, I think he implements his boxing style perfectly to an MMA fight. And on that point, who has Belal struggled with in his career? He's struggled with these scrappy boxing guys like Jeff Neal, like Vicente Luque. Even in that second fight, Vicente Luque had good success. Jack he's those guys and more. He's a better boxing guy than Vicente Luque. He has more pressure than Jeff Neal. He has similar, comparable power. He has a great chin. I think Jack will defend the takedowns. He'll conserve his energy, and Jack's a guy I trust to clutch up in a late round sort of situation. I think he'll cause a lot of damage to Belal's face. Maybe he'll break his nose. Maybe he'll swell up his eye. That's why I can see a cut stoppage in about the 4th round, or a Jack Della Maddalena damage-based decision. I am very confident in this Jack Della Maddalena pick, just because he is a guy that Belal Muhammad has struggled with similar styles historically. He's obviously, I brought up the examples. Jack Della Maddalena is just, he's better. He has better jiu-jitsu scrambles than those guys. He has better takedown. Here's the thing when you talk about Jack Della Maddalena's takedown defense. He has good takedown defense. He has strong takedown defense. He gets caught up when he starts pulling guillotines, trying to finish the fight, like the Basil Hafez fight. He would pull guillotines every time Basil Hafez would shoot a takedown, and Basil Hafez would just pass over to half guard. Jack Della Maddalena won that fight dominantly, by the way. But regardless, I think Jack will play it a lot smarter against the guy. Well, even if he doesn't, man, what is Belal gonna do to him? What the fuck is Belal Muhammad going to do to Jack Della Maddalena? He's not gonna finish him on the ground, that's for sure. I like a better chance of Jack guillotining him out cold than I like a Belal ground TKO or a Belal Kimura or a Belal rear naked choke. Actually, rear naked choke, that's not a bad prop, but I don't think he'll get it because he can get to these positions, but he doesn't have the finishing potential in the sense of it being an intangibility, of it being an intangible. Belal doesn't have finishing potential. He's never been a finishing guy. He got that finish against Sean Brady because he broke Sean Brady's game plan. Jack Della Maddalena's game plan is to be on the pressure, landing these hard shots, eating what you have, making you miss. Belal's not a great striker, man. Jack's gonna make him miss with a subtle head movement. He's gonna come over the top. He's gonna hit him with the 2s. He's gonna hit him with the 3s. He's gonna hit him with the 4s. He's gonna hit him with the 5s too, man. The 5s to the body. I don't know what punch 5 is, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if they call it the 5. But regardless, I think Jack will win this fight based on his boxing, based on his jiu-jitsu scrambles, based on his finishing potential, based on Belal's lack of finishing potential. And I think it's sort of these Merabs and it's these Belals where they have to go out and they have to be excellent for 25 minutes. They have to be perfect. And they can do it. And Leon did it. I mean, Belal did it against Leon, but he didn't. He got out of there with the 48-47, man. He got out of there with a big old cut on his nose. And Jack is a lot tougher and more vicious and less likely to break than Leon Edwards is. That's just a fact. That's just a fact from the Gilbert Burns fight. That's just a fact from the Basil Hafez fight. That's just a fact from those fights, man. He's more gritty. He's gritty. He's more powerful. He's better in the pocket than Leon Edwards is. And Belal, let's be honest, Belal kind of scraped by Leon Edwards, man. He scraped by him. Jack Della Maddalena, I think, is a lot better in the situations that Belal will put him in comparison to Leon Edwards, who had a relatively competitive fight with Belal Muhammad. So I am convinced Jack Della Maddalena is going to win this fight. I don't see the blueprint for Belal, man. I think Jack's too vicious. He's too dangerous. He's too likely to cause damage. He's even in the rounds that Belal takes him down, I think Jack will land good shots. He'll maybe rock Belal. He'll maybe drop him. He might KO him. But over the course of a decision, I think Jack will cause enough damage to win those rounds with his elbows, with his... He's going to be active off his back. He's going to get up. He's going to get up. He's going to get up. It's not a question. Leon got up. Leon's got worse jiu-jitsu scrambles than this guy. I'm probably repeating myself at this point in my explanation, but that being said, I am taking Jack Della Maddalena by specifically 4th round cut stoppage. I don't see another way that this fight goes, honestly, and if it does, if Belal Muhammad wins, I might jump off. I might jump off a high platform, because I have been getting my striking. Whenever I choose a striker in these big main events, obviously Ian Gary's kind of striker. He's kind of a striker, but Prates was obviously the more dangerous striker in that arrangement, in that matchup, and I've just been getting these picks wrong recently, and I'm a big fan of Jack Della Maddalena, man. He's so sick. His great boxing, that's really what it takes for me, a great boxing guy. I love the great boxing guys. I like Ilya, dude. I mean, Max, he's not quite the same style, but he's got great boxing pressure. He throws a lot of hands. Kevin Vallejos is sick coming up, but this is what it takes to become one of my favorite fighters. It's really just having that good pocket boxing, that good distance boxing, and Jack has all that, and Bilal's not going to be able to compete with him in the boxing where the striking will likely take place. And even regardless, Jack's got good kicks too, dude. He'll whip a head kick. He'll whip a head kick out of nowhere and scare you with it. But either way, I'm taking Jack Della Maddalena by specifically, pardon me, 4th round cut stoppage, and I think we're gonna see Jack defending his belt against Islam Makhachev in Perth in August, or whenever that fight is being rumored to take place, or whenever the UFC wants to make it happen. So, yep, Jack Della Maddalena by 4th round cut stoppage. I think this will be a decent card, man. We've got a lot of women's fights, so I'm not gonna lie and say I like him, but this is, I mean, what the fuck, dude? How is this dude the favorite? Is there something I don't know about Kyle Prepolec, man? Is there something I don't know about this guy? I think Benoit Saint-Denis will destroy him. This is a good fight. This is the most technical fight on the card, but you guys don't want to talk about it. This is a decent fight. This is a good fight. This is a decent fight. I mean, most of these fights will probably be decent. I think I called a lot of KOs on this card, so we should be having a decent card, even if the lineup isn't the greatest. So yeah, that being said, man, thank you for watching the video. I am planning to make more videos like this. I do have a lot of strong opinions about a lot of things going on in the UFC, regardless if I can put my speech together on that matter. It kind of just depends when I start the video. So hopefully I was clear enough, and I could communicate easily to you guys what I thought and my points in this video. Subscribe if you liked the video, and let me know what you think of the comment based on the main event, based on anything else. I'd love to hear it. Thank you.